Hello again, Timberwolves fans. Are you ready for the explosion of Timberwolves basketball? I'm your host, Paladino Joey, and with me once again, Marcus, the forecaster, is in the house. This is January the 26th, 2013. This is episode number 93 of Timberwolves Explosion, which is available on thesportstuff.com and on iTunes. We thank each and every one of you always for downloading and listening to this show. We are back in the saddle again. Yes, sir. It is Saturday, by the way. Yes. I hope I said the day right. Yeah. Yep, that would be helpful. But, yeah, I'm trying to be in a good mood. Yeah. We got to be in good spirits despite what we just saw. Yeah, man. Yeah, because if you knew what day today is, yeah. Yeah, we just saw Wolves lose by 1 point to Charlotte in frustrating fashion. Sorry to...
Horrible loss.
Ugh. And it's not even that the Wolves played bad, it's just the way it ended. That's what we're calling horrible, right?
Yeah.
It's the way it ended. I'm bringing him down already. The forecaster is shaking his head in dismay, just like I was. And I was doing a lot of other stuff, too, but... yeah. So, yes, we've got our, so much for the 4-game win streak we tried to, quote-unquote, forecast coming into this week. Holy smokes, man. So, yeah, as usual, we're going to step right into the Wolves, the news and such. Then we're going to do our usual game reviews, what we liked, what we didn't like, weekly awards and demerits. We actually did not do the Lone Wolf and Johnny Flynn award last week. We apologize for that. So we got that to do, of course. Then we get into the NBA talk as well later on after that. Yes, it's going to be a good show like always. We're going to do the best we can to, try to stay positive, I guess, without being too negative. Yeah.
It's hard right now.
It's really hard. It's hard. There's a lot going on, isn't there? So, yeah, Rick Allman is still out. Yes, that's just all there is to it. He's still out. Terry Porter, it almost looked like a couple plays looked like the triangle a little bit tonight, didn't they?
Yeah.
And almost like they're kind of saying that, Porter's trying to throw in some ideas a little bit, which is, I don't know, is it a telling sign of things to come?
I hope not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? We really have to talk about this game.
Yeah, we do. Yeah. You can't wait, can you?
No. That last play was ridiculous.
Yeah, we're definitely going to get to that really quick. We almost want. Yeah, we want to. But I was like, we have to do it in chronological order, don't we? Damn it! Yeah, you can't wait, can you?
I don't know.
You want to jump in early,
I'm sure
don't you?
Everyone saw this game. Yeah.
You want to jump in early, don't you? Oh my God!
I knew it.
Yeah.
As soon as Henderson made that shot.
Yeah, and it's okay to throw in some of this stuff right now. Yeah. I thought it was so lucky, but then again, that's me. You know, I'm like, that's my, because that's like, I'm like one of the members of the team, not Kool-Aid drinking. It's just that's how you feel if you're on the team.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, lucky son of a, like, give me a bleeping break. And then you look at the other guys on the floor on our side, and it's like, we lost. You know, none of these guys are clutch.
Yeah, Karolinko's in the game. He hasn't made a three. Or any decent shots so far, but he's
struggles.
Yeah.
We're not saying he sucks, but it's just he's not playing that great. I mean, he's not really good at the ball in traffic, which also includes the guy that had the ball. Yeah, that guy, our favorite player ever. Yeah, and he played well, but whatever. That last play. Yeah, go ahead.
Why is you would think Karolinko would be throwing the ball in, but Rubio? Why is Rubio throwing the ball in?
Yeah, shouldn't he be like the main playmaker?
Yeah, as soon as Barea got the ball, I knew it was over.
Yep.
Karolinko standing there at the 3-point line like he's, clutch from there.
Mm-hmm. Do you think he's John Paxson or something? Or Big Shot Bob?
Man, Porter.
Taking a page out of Flip Saunders, drawing up horrible final plays of the game. I mean, Flip Saunders with his inbounds to Anthony Peeler, up, game's over. You know, I mean, because Barea is kind of the closest thing to Peeler probably on this team, where it's like, yeah, he's got guts, but he can just kill you.
Yeah.
You know, he can be really big time, but he can kill you too.
Yeah, get the ball up.
Yes.
Just get it up. He went straight for the flop.
Yeah, he tried to get a foul called.
The whole game, the refs were against us. And we were talking about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
We at least need a 10-point cushion by the third, a 20-point cushion by the fourth, just to stay in this game because we're not getting any calls.
No, I mean, and it was one of those nights, and, do we sound like the kind of people that are constantly like, the refs screwed us, yeah, blue Kool-Aid, we're not the type. We could kind of tell the way we criticize this team at times. We're not the biggest homers in the world, but, yeah, this was kind of a bad one on the officiating side.
And there was just no reason. I'm thinking, get Johnson in there, try to go for alley-oop, someone who's aggressive, get a foul, at least make one free throw overtime, at least.
Mm-hmm. He's a find. He's a little find there, like Chris Johnson.
Yeah.
He's he's good in traffic, which is incredible. The other guy, well...
But he was not in the game.
Yeah, he wasn't in the game at that key point. Yeah. No, to get that... What if something... Yeah, I mean, why not put him in? He's not exactly... We know he's not the best player, but that doesn't mean he has to be the first option to get the ball either. But at least having him in there is that possibility if you need a putback.
Yeah.
Where the other guys are not going to put it back in.
There wasn't even a chance for it with Barea. Why put the game in the ref's hands at that point?
It was a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's okay that we jump into this the venting part first.
Yeah.
It's part of the show, it's part of the show. Yep, and we'll get to the general game review later. But
I knew with the Brea's first move, that first little flop.
Yeah,
I knew he was in flop mode.
Yeah, it's like he's not even going to put up a shot, is he?
Like, Brea got bumped a little bit. He threw his head back. He's going to do it again. Yep.
Why are we doing this? Where's the call, ref? Come on.
No, we had that game.
We had it. We absolutely had it. Last night we did not, but that's later. Talk about depressing. I fell asleep. Yeah, I did. Watching the replay of it, I fell asleep.
Just how many teams make or break records playing against us?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm getting sick of it.
Yeah, it's getting like the 16-0, or 0-16 record of the last 16 home games for the Charlotte Bobcats is now over. I mean, we get to be one of those again where we end that. I mean, I remember the many years ago the LA Clippers started the season 0-16, and guess who came into Target Center and won? And that was when the Wolves were a playoff team. And no, I don't fall asleep watching Timberwolves games. It's just I was watching the replay of the Wizards game to see if I missed something, and it's just so depressing. It got to me. It really did. There was nothing fun about it at all, the Washington game. But yeah, tonight's game was a lot of fun, but the finish was disastrous.
Yeah,
disgusting. And I thought we were dead when we went down by 8. But then we came right back immediately. That was really impressive.
Steals,
that was impressive. Rubio stripped Gordon, that SOB, a couple times. I hate Ben Gordon. So, honest to God, I do not like him. He's kind of he's an asshole, And so is Kemba Walker, though. I actually really liked him. Now I realize what he is. He's really a talker.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like it. It's too much. He's acting like Westbrook out there. All these gestures and stuff. I'm not a fan of that type of crap. Maybe I'm too old, huh?
I'm guessing if we had that on our team.
Yeah. I'd be like, he's awesome.
Yeah.
He's got that look, yeah. I mean, it's like that. You love him if he's on your team. Yeah. You hate him if he's against you. Like our old buddy Dave Reinhardt. Love him when he's on your team. Hate him when he's against you.
Because everyone hated Garnett. I'm thinking all this stuff is new, but it's not. He's always been this way.
Yeah, everybody in the other cities hated his guts. Yeah. Now we're on the other side. I already started to dislike him because I thought he's kind of all about the camera. I swear. We're bouncing around, but that's how we roll, right?
Yeah, but that was
part of the game.
Horrible loss.
Bouncing around is the name of the game, ladies and gentlemen. The ball does get dribbled. Okay, sorry. Yeah, that was a goofy one, but that was an ugly finish. Yeah,
but I guess that shows that we do need Edelman back.
Yes, please, Edelman. Please, we pray. Pray for his wife, everybody out there that's listening. Pray for Rick Edelman's wife, please. And I say that in full sincerity, that she gets healthy. I mean, we need him back, and obviously she needs to be healthy, too. It's a combination. Yes. Oh. Ricky Rubio earlier in the week got pretty upset when Porter would not let him back in because J.J. Barea hit a shot. We got to keep going with the hot hands. Ricky Rubio didn't even see time in the fourth quarter. Can you believe that? Ricky Rubio noticeably upset. Ah, boy. that's just been the story of this season in a lot of ways. It's been an uber frustration. That was in the Brooklyn game.
Yeah, that game was hard to watch.
Very hard to watch. Very, very hard to watch. The Brooklyn game, everything just kind of the whole way. But, yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. But then again, that was part of the storyline of this episode, number 93. Yeah, we got to go with the hot hands. So Rubio not in, visibly upset was Ricky. But, of course, his shooting's not been that great until tonight. So more or less, he was more scoring off of slashing than shooting. But he did hit his first 3 of the entire season tonight. Ricky Rubio hit a 3-pointer tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Front page news. There you go.
2 threes if you didn't count the the Williams tip in.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. Rubio's like, oh yeah, okay, all right. Yeah.
We got robbed for a couple points in tonight's game.
Yeah, that's another key. At least 4, yes.
Yeah.
Goaltend against Rubio. Yeah, they goaltended Rubio, and that was a clear knocked off the backboard. And the Williams, what was it? Something with, they called Williams in the cylinder. That was a shot by Barea, right?
Yeah.
Williams was in the cylinder. They called him in the cylinder when he wasn't.
It was alley-oop to Johnson.
Oh, it was Johnson, yeah. Was it? Yes, that's what it was.
Was even looking at the.
Yeah, they said Barea. They said that was a shot. It's like Barea's not Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, ladies and gentlemen. That's a Kareem shot. Barea's not Kareem. He's not trying to. That was clearly an alley-oop. They called it a shot, and it was not in the cylinder.
No,
it was not. And I don't know. That's at least 4 points. So we won tonight. The losing streak for Charlotte is at 17. The Wolves' losing streak's over. Yeah, we won. Right?
Yeah. That's what I was saying. Like at the end there, it was like, okay,
the
refs, they're not going to give us this. You can't go for a flop. Let's go towards the rim, try to dunk it, get hit hard, hopefully. Man,
we don't have anybody that goes to the rim and dunks, do we? Except for Johnson. Yeah, Johnson.
Yeah.
The guy
in the game.
The guy who signed off the streets. Yeah. We might as well, So this will merge into with the next brief topic. Your urgency of, you were kind of being sarcastic about why is everybody so urgent about getting certain guys back from injury? Are people overrating some of our guys, like those Shreds and such.
Yeah.
But real briefly, too, Michael Gabaldi, or, what's his real name? How do you pronounce it? Gabel? I just call him Gabaldi because I'm goofy. You were calling him Jello or something?
Yeah.
Well, that's what he looks like on defense, Jello. He is one of the laziest defensive players we've seen. And that's saying a lot, because we've seen a lot of lazy defensive players in this team. His defense is... Now we know he wasn't in the NBA.
Yeah, I started to notice that. The first game, I'm thinking, okay, maybe, just getting used to the team.
Yeah.
But, it's like
he doesn't
lazy.
move. Yeah, he's lazy. He doesn't go after the loose ball at all. Stuff like that gets players cut. That's a fact. I mean... Yeah. Pat Riley blew up once at a Todd Day for not going after a loose ball. He just kind of just stood there, and Pat Riley took him aside in the locker room, blew up at him, and said, "Collect your belongings." Basically, this was many years ago with Miami, by the way. But that's why certain guys aren't in the league, because they don't hustle at all. And Gabaldi doesn't look like a hustler at all.
No,
I thought he was.
Yeah, from what I heard, I thought at least he was good on the defensive end.
Man, I mean, watching him out there, boy, does that make you miss Josh Howard. Howard, man. That poor guy. He was a perfect addition to this team. He's not great, but he was more than competent, and he had a lot of quickness and hustle.
Yeah.
Next thing you know,
his little swipe blocks.
Yeah, it was great. Not swipe fouls like Ridnour, damn it.
Yeah.
Those are driving us nuts, by the way.
And he didn't do it tonight.
No, he didn't. Ridnour, I think this was his best game of the year.
Yeah.
Dead serious. He was excellent. Much to my chagrin, with a Twitter battle we're going to get to soon. But, yeah. Where was I leading towards? Josh Howard's little hyperextended thing turned into a massive ACL issue, and that's it. And it's like, oh, by the way, he's cut. It's like, So, urgency of getting our players back. Yeah, you had something to say about that, right?
Well, it's just that, a lot of people wish that, we definitely need Bud back.
Yep.
Shved needs to return.
Yes, he must.
I I don't know if Shved can, if they're bringing back enough once they return.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course we need them.
Yeah, of course.
But it's not like once they're here, we're a playoff team again.
Yeah,
I just don't see that. We need more than just Bud and Shved. And Bud was not. I mean, when he played, he was not great of a. He wasn't a star.
Yeah,
he was a good player. He wasn't like a star that we actually need on this team.
Yeah, and we were looking it up too. We were, it's like,
yeah, the way
we thought we thought he was like a net scorcher, and it's like, wait a minute, his 3-point percentage was 30%.
Yeah, 30%.
30. Like we thought it was 44 or something.
Yeah,
like keep on talking.
Yeah,
like Drazen Petrovic level. God rest his soul. But man, 30%.
Yeah, and Shved is just not a starter. He's not.
Oh, no, he's not. His defensive presence is not there. You have to have a. You have to have a decent. Yeah.
I mean, in any other
it can
team,
be, but
he'll just be an average player. I mean, he's not making 15 points per game with low turnovers. He's not playing that well.
Yeah, he's raw. That's for sure. He's very green, as they like to say in the sports world. He's very green. He's very skinny too.
Yeah.
It's the only. I guess the only solution I could come up with, Shved and the fan bases, we're dying, we're starving for a shooting guard so bad that when we see a guy who has some skill, some skill, some swag. I don't like to use that word very much at times. I really hate using that word. Who can occasionally hit a three and more than ever be a great passer. By the way. Yeah. Have some success. Everybody immediately, oh my God, there it is.
Yeah. Yep.
And again, it's not saying he stinks, and not saying that he doesn't have a chance to be super good. But like we've said 10,000 times this year already, he's not there yet. He's very green. There's no doubt, is there?
Yeah, the search is not over for a shooting guard just because he's playing or Bud's back.
Exactly, the search is not over. We are dying, and. So I guess we can kind of get into this Twitter battle. No, we didn't. It wasn't really it's not something I'm going to get heavily into, but let's just say, well, I was talking a bit negatively about Barea and Ridnour. I'm just tired of them. The way they dribble out the clock, the way they force up shots. I mean, that's really that's the truth. No matter how much people want to tell me that they've been perfectly fine considering the injury situation that you're ignoring. Now, if anybody out there thinks for 1 second I'm ignoring the injury situation, you know absolutely nothing about me, my show, or anything about anything I have to say. You're just making assumptions about me and talking crap because you think you're better than me. So that's just pure ignorance. And yeah, that's about all there is to it there. Just because somebody's in a position they think they're better than you, it's kind of stupid, I think. But I'll leave that as is. Barea and Ridnour, we understand there's injuries and that they're put in a position that is significantly higher than it would have been had, I don't know, I guess Love and Rubio been healthier. But wait a minute, Barea doesn't play power forward, neither does Rubio. So that part of the argument is dead already, sir. And Shved isn't exactly the best player in the world, so that argument's even weaker. Yeah, Rubio's situation we understand, but Barea and Ridnour were still getting tons of playing time. Even when Love and Rubio were healthy.
Yeah, just because, they're getting more time doesn't mean we can't state the obvious.
Yeah.
They are a double-edged sword, both Barea and Ridnour.
They are. They are a double-edged sword. Sometimes they're going to hit the big shots. They're going to, Barea can really get everybody revved up one way or the other. He can get everybody excited, like, yes, he just nailed that big three, or he took the ball to the basket through traffic. He's better in traffic than Ridnour is, but Ridnour's got a better overall jump shot than Barea. So it's kind of one or the other between the two.
Tonight's a perfect example.
Yeah. Yep.
They both played well.
Yeah, they did.
Look what happened at the end. Same old.
Death. Yep.
Yeah.
The death nail, because you cannot count on them. No, you cannot. And when we're forced to, boy, that sucks. And just hearing the words, they've been perfectly fine, drove me nuts. Oh, that drove me nuts, because why should we not have the right to be frustrated or to, say, get them out of there when they're dribbling the clock out all the time? It's not once in a while. It's not once or twice a game. It's almost every time down the floor. They dribble the clock out. Especially Barea, and that's where Ridnour will force up a shot real early. But then again, Barea forces up shots early too. It's
not
one or the other.
Even moving around when they dribble.
No,
they dribble in one spot,
and the clock just runs and runs. Like 10 seconds, 15 seconds sometimes are burned with this decision making that I'm still miffed about.
Yeah, but I think Barea does it more so. He is waiting for a pick so he can get his shot instead of looking for other players.
Yeah. That's literally all it is. He just wants to look for his shot. Barea is mostly about his shot most of the time.
Yeah.
Ridnour passed a lot tonight. He actually, this was his best game.
Yeah.
This was his best game of the year. I can't even consider a better game. He was really good.
Yeah. But that flop.
That's like the title of the show practically. Flopatocious. Okay, sorry.
They lost. I mean,
that was bad.
That's the reason why we lost.
Oh, yeah.
Any coach could see the whole game we weren't getting.
You're not going to get a call.
Yeah.
You're not going to get those calls. You're just not. Come on.
Yeah, so all right, Barea, so I want you to take it out. Throw it to Barea. Let Barea do his thing, do his little flop.
Hey, wait, where's the call? Well, you're not going to get him.
Yeah, we weren't getting it. Coach Porter went to the ref and was trying to plead his case, and the ref was just looking at Porter like, come on.
Like, you knew already.
Yeah.
You knew.
I wasn't going to call that. You kidding me?
Ain't that the truth, though?
No way.
Man. Oh, man. What was the other thing? It's just, the other final point about Barea Ridnour before my blood vessels start popping in my head. With that SOB earlier this week on Twitter. But okay, there I called him it. Sorry, but no, it's not. It's obviously not the guys at Hull and T-Will. Those guys are awesome, and it's not any of the Aussie Mafia. Of course not. Those guys are the best. But okay, now I'll get to it finally. It's either they shoot immediately, they use 0 shot clock, or they use almost all of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, here we are. We're up by a measly 3 points. 1.5 minutes left. He jacks the 3 up. You got to be kidding. And then the other time, okay, we're looking for a good shot here. Let's just run the clock out. Oh no, we got to force it. Okay, that was bad. Yeah, that's about it. Usually with Ridnour, he'll dribble it out and then try to make a pass, where Barea will dribble out and try to shoot. Isn't that about right? Ridnour doesn't usually force a shot. He'll shoot it real early, or he'll try to force a pass really late.
Yeah.
Good times. Good times, great oldies. Yes.
Yeah, we saw it. Yeah, the defense tonight was just horrible.
They were slashing down that basket all night.
No one could stop them.
All night.
Had to use Jello in there at a shooting guard for a second, trying to slow down Gordon.
To think about what we just complained about his defense. We were trying. We had to. We had to hope he could stop him.
I mean, he fouled Gordon, and they got taken out of the game right after that. Barea came back in.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Tonight's game got us going. It was definitely the most fun game to watch of the week.
Yeah, it showed certain guys' weaknesses and strengths.
Yeah,
it definitely showed how Luke and Barea can shoot us, keep us in games, and
they can. Games. Yeah, they can keep us in games. I mean, they helped us make that nice comeback tonight when we were down by 8. But then next thing you know,
but those are the two guys.
I think Rubio's the main guy.
Always get us burned on defense. I mean,
the
other team, every team we play, we know the backcourt is going to light us up, and
every time.
Usually, other teams is maybe like the Heat. Okay, another team like the Lakers or Grizzlies, their front court is going to get theirs.
Yeah.
It's just two players. For us, it's mainly the other team's point guard, shooting guard, small forward are going to light us up, depending on how well Karolinko plays. And we just really need to make some changes. I mean, our scorers are liabilities.
That's the funny part. Yeah, right now the top 2 scorers are the biggest liability defensively, and with the bad decision making. Yeah, like we've rehashed because. I can't believe how many people still don't see it. I honestly just cannot believe how people still can't see that. It's miffing me.
And the worst thing is, why would anyone want Shved and Rubio on the court at the same time? I mean, where's the scoring coming from?
Shved, I guess, but no, I mean, just kidding. Yeah, because between those two, Shved, I guess. But Rubio showed some signs of finally being able to penetrate tonight, that was good, but. finally.
Going in, but
it took this long to get there.
Yeah, it's coming around.
Yeah, finally. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Hit that. Yeah, I mean, he made a lot of nice penetrations last year with all those highlights from last season.
Yeah.
But tonight was the first night we actually saw some of that. Some of those clutch drives to the basket, and obviously a lot of his steals were huge in that little comeback tonight. But
let me ask you this: do you think we'll either keep Johnson or Jello?
I think we have to keep Johnson, and I think Jello I think he's as good as gone, barring like a miracle.
Yeah,
he has to have a really hot shooting night to stick around. Even though we need Jello, that's the sad part. We need him. We arguably need him more because Peck's coming back. Oh, and you might as well say the point that you were going to say most of the night.
What?
Who do we have to cut like today? Because especially to keep Johnson and maybe Jello or Jello's replacement.
Lou.
Yes.
There's no reason he's still here. I just don't know why.
Lou Amundsen has to go. And am I going to get yelled at for that too, mister out there? Yeah.
Yes, why hasn't it been done already? I mean, do we have a trade in play with Roy? If not, then he should be going. I mean, right now we should have been using 10-day contracts to basically have tryouts for shooting guards.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there has to be. There's people out there. I mean, there have to be. And obviously, there's some people might laugh at this, some people might love it. I mean, Courtney Lee is still a possible buy low option. I mean, supposedly he's in a trade rumor with J.J. Redick or going back to Orlando, and then Redick coming to Boston. But, yeah, Courtney would be going back to Orlando where he started. I want him on the Wolves, yeah. I do. I still want Courtney Lee because he's starting to look better now.
Yeah, I mean, they're not even using Terry. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and Terry's been horrible.
Yeah.
Terry Bull. Hey, there it is. He's very terrible. Okay, sorry.
Well, I don't think the Magic will make that trade.
J.J. Redick? No? To the Celts?
Yeah, I don't think they'll need a lot coming back.
Mm-hmm. And that's like an out of the league thing, or out of the Wolves thing, but then again, no, it isn't because we want Courtney Lee. Yeah. Oh, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But so now we can gradually, speaking of trades, gradually slide over to the Facebook page. Oops, sorry. It's simply go to the search bar, since we still can't get it to say Timberwolves Explosion after Facebook for some reason. Maybe I need 7 billion likes, I don't know. But go to the search bar, type in Timberwolves Explosion, Minnesota Timberwolves, get to the Facebook page, click like. And by the way, we do have a phone line, 209-736-7877, 209-736-7877. It is a voicemail. Do treat it as such. Mention what show you're calling into, which is Timberwolves Explosion. Or I guess just say this is for Joey on Timberwolves Explosion or something. Yeah. If there was a call, I didn't get it yet, so it would be replayed on the next show. Excuse me. So yes, the Wolves are suddenly starting to pop up in possible Dwight Howard talk. At first, initially, now we'll get to Brent Jacobson's conversation very shortly. He brought up a lot of stuff, which is awesome. I believe there were some other hosts in here. But first, Real GM talked about the possibility of the Wolves being involved in a 3-team deal with the Brooklyn Nets, the LA Lakers, and us, of course. Dwight Howard going to the Nets. Brook Lopez coming to Minnesota. Excuse me. And do I have to say Kevin Love to the Lakers? That'd be the worst. Yeah, David Kahn's done if that happens. But it's like, yeah, can we get Marshawn Brooks too? So I threw in, can you please give us Marshawn Brooks? Yeah, screw Brook Lopez. I want the other Brooks, damn it. No, with Brook Lopez if we had to give up Love. But I would think Pekovic instead of Love.
Gerald.
Yeah.
Gerald Wallace.
Yes. Yeah, there you go. There it is, actually. Ryan Scholl saying Kahn would get lynched if he dealt Love for Lopez. I wouldn't trade Peck for Lopez. I tend to agree.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that either.
I tend to agree. I mean, Peck is better than Lopez.
Yeah, but if we're getting Lopez, I mean,
Loops him.
We can't play Lopez and Peck. I mean,
yeah, that would make no sense for the Wolves. Yeah. It would have to be Peck instead of Love. You know what I mean? But yeah, and obviously Ryan means basically like a lesser trade would be Peck for Lopez, and he wouldn't even do that. Yeah, so I agree with him. Dan Joe May jumping in. I wouldn't trade Peck. He's a beast. We tend to agree. I'm going to click like on that since I didn't yet. Sorry. Click like on both of them. Corey Stone saying, I believe it. Only the Wolves would be dumb enough to trade Kevin Love for Brook Lopez. Ouch. Of course, the way the Wolves are playing now, They probably will get the first pick. No, we're not that bad. But who am I kidding? The NBA wouldn't let that happen with the Magic balls behind closed doors. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. There's no way.
How many times did we have the worst record and we did not get the first pick? Like, we got the fourth pick one of those years.
Well, even if we did, we'll somehow mess up, the pick.
Yep, but here we go. The top pick. Here we go. We're going to take Greg Oden. Oh, and Kevin Durant's going to, that's Charlotte Charlotte Hornets. And, yeah, great. You know what I mean? It would be one of those type of drafts, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. That would suck bad. I feel for you, Blazer fans. I do. That's the one thing I really do feel for you. I do. That sucks. You just passed him on Michael Jordan to take Sam. Oh, wait, they did, didn't they? Yeah, they did that too. Okay, sorry about that. That was really mean. Ryan Scholl, continuing the conversation, saying Wolves are playing well enough where they will end up with the 7th, 8th, or 9th pick. That sounds more realistic, yes.
Wow. Actually, that made me feel better about tonight's game.
Yeah, getting that pick?
Yep.
Yes.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't lose. We didn't trade away our pick this time. No Stam Cassell trade back in 1980. No, in 2005. Yes, 2005 for.
Yeah, see, we're doing a little tanking here. Okay.
Yes. That's the good part in terms of if we do have a bad season, at least we'll be able to add another piece with the draft. If we have a bad season, maybe we'll still be okay, but. Well, either way, we're probably going to wind up with 15 to 20 range at best.
Unless we trade again for another rental.
Yeah, another rental, yep. Vince Germano of the Courtside Podcast, Hank McCoy, Vince Germano, and BG. One of the best podcasts I've ever heard. In fact, maybe the best. I mean, I love that show so much. Vince Germano saying there will be pieces thrown in. And, yeah, I would think so in a deal like that. There would have to be.
Yeah.
Dan Joe May finishing the conversation saying, and a bucket of chips. Yes, bucket of chips for Kevin Love and Dwight. Yes.
Yeah, but right now we already have decent pieces.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
To make a trade, yes. Yeah. Potentially pack, or if we really believe Love is just like, screw this place, if we don't trust him, then I guess maybe...
Yeah, we'll have to trim the fat. It wouldn't be just other pieces coming here. We'll have to get rid of bad contracts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but hey, I'm willing to let Love go.
Oh, look at you. Well, for the right piece, yeah.
Yep.
If we can get like a guarantee from Dwight Howard that he'll sign here, I would. Yeah, I would think about that. Yeah, Dwight. Well, or I would. That's what I would probably. Huh?
And more.
And more. Yeah, really. So see, you still value Love if you think he's ahead of Howard. See, look at you. Yep. Oh yeah, and Love is good, obviously.
Because Howard's injured. He hasn't been playing the same.
No, he's been a huge downgrade over there.
And the only reason I want more is just because we still have Peck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really.
I'd rather trade Peck than to get Howard.
Yeah, I would highly rather do that because there's Love and Howard. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Then there's a better chance of Love actually staying and keeping his mouth shut.
Yes, and then there you go. We can then we won't have to complain about the bad interior defense if Howard's healthy.
And after that trade, we have to get rid of Khan.
Khan, thank you for saving the franchise, but get out of here.
Yeah, we would have to.
Oh, that would be funny. Yeah, poor Khan.
I mean, at that point, we'll have to make Love happy by having Howard here and then getting rid of Khan to keep them both.
That would be funny. I mean, I guess, Kevin McHale drafted Kevin Love, who helped kind of restart the franchise, and then he was got rid of, too, because of all of his past history. That was the end of him. Now we dig into the question range. Hank McCoy of the Courtside Podcast saying, a question for you guys. Let's say we looked into the crystal ball and saw that the Timberwolves win a title in the next 4 years. Out of the current roster, what 3 players do you think would still be on a championship run? Thoughts? Ooh, interesting. He said, a follow-up question, what's the most important position to get this team moving forward towards that goal? Is that player a vet, a big name? Thoughts?
A talent.
A talent?
At this point,
Well, let's see, 3 players, though. 3 players, I would say Love, Rubio. So there's 2 right there. But then the third one, is it Peck or Shred? Because, I don't know about Luke or Barea. You know what I mean? Cunningham. Yes. Okay, I'm just kidding. Watch him get traded,
the
though.
whole Love thing will be depending if he's even on this team.
Yeah.
At that point.
Well, that's the thing. If we made a title run, do you think it would be with Love or with somebody else? You know?
4 years from now, he might have taken that option to not.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah. But
Rubio will be one of them.
Rubio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hopefully Peck.
Hopefully Peck and probably Love, but it's the possibility of Love wanting to leave. We're not even saying get him out of here. We're more like he might leave. He might. Or, just like Dwight Howard did with Orlando eventually.
Depending on trades, for me, it's Rubio, Love, Peck, or Rubio, Peck, Shved, Rubio, Peck, Cunningham.
Cunningham. It's funny how we're throwing Cunningham in there. Yeah. It's like he's good, but it's funny how we're like Cunningham.
Yeah, I'm thinking because a lot of teams like Cunningham, so will he be tossed in along with Love or along with Peck to make? Because we have to make some moves
completed.
Right now.
Yeah. Something has to happen soon.
Yeah.
It's not just to save the season; it's the long-term thing.
Yeah.
Like, don't kill the franchise, save it. Damn it. Yep. So, as a follow-up question, he said most important position to get this team moving forward towards the goal. Is that player a young, a vet, a big name? I say big name.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you say too?
Well, right now it's as long as they're talented, as long as they can do what happened against us. A clutch shot.
Yeah, we need we need legit. If it's Love or whatever it is, But another big name to the team. Yes, that's what I would say.
Shooting guard.
A big name shooting guard. Yeah. Courtney Lee. No, that's not a big name. That would be a young, or actually a vet by that point. Matt John saying, how about Door? Not sure what he means. Like fire David Kahn? No, I'm kidding. TJ Hull is saying, 1, Love, Shved, Pekovic. And then he has Rubio and JJ most likely as well. 2, less games, better scheduling. I think the biggest issues these guys face are experience, which will come if they keep the core together for the next few years, and the environment. They are in a very cold part of the country.
Oh.
And there's that again. Yep. Part of the country, and their away games are largely in warmer climates. The shock of constantly switching between cold and warm does put a serious strain on muscles, ligaments, and bones. Better scheduling and road trips and homestands should help alleviate this. That's a lot to think about right there, isn't it? All the science jumping in here. These guys. Now you go from the. I think this winter has been a lot of up and downs. I mean, it's 6 below one day. Oh, and then now here comes a little precipitation. It's 35, and then it's 6 below again, and then it's a couple of weeks later. It's 30. No, not weeks, but yeah. It's been the old cold thing though. Nobody wants to play there.
The less games. I'm not too into that. And scheduling.
Yeah.
I mean, every team doesn't have the perfect schedule.
No, it's one of those things. It's like schedules are schedules, really.
Yeah, I mean, if you have the talent, I mean, it's pretty much you think you're gonna win.
Yeah,
for us, we want to play against the bad teams like Bobcats. We'll see what happens.
And we still lost.
Yeah.
Isn't that a joke?
You want to play against the Pelicans, but we'll lose.
Yeah, and then we played against the Wizards and got hammered last night. Yeah. I mean, part of it was their shooting was just ridiculously good.
Yeah. At this point, any team you play against is a bad schedule. It's bad.
Right now, we've been through a lot this year. Brent Jacobson now talking about our guy, Dwight Howard. Our guy, right? Our future center. Yes. Sports Center mentioned the Wolves are a possible landing spot for Dwight Howard via trade. Would you do a Dwight Howard for Kevin Love and possible filler trade? My hesitation is, would Howard re-sign here? If not, there is a free agent. I mean, is there a free agent worth pursuing with savings, or could we make a deal, include a pick or two of Howard Bolt's free agency? It's really right now the biggest free agent we can think about is Josh Howard. Or excuse me, I keep calling him Josh Howard, Josh Smith. Yeah. God, I keep saying that. I've been doing that for the last week. It's probably because I'm seeing Dwight Howard, Josh Howard, and all these guys. But well, we would be screwed if that happened, wouldn't we? We'd pretty much be screwed.
Yeah.
So we'd have to really get reassurance if we were going to actually trade Love for Howard, which I wouldn't do, actually. I would trade Peck for Howard, not Love for Howard.
Yeah, Peck. Yeah.
Because, that's holding your franchise hostage at that point. Because you're praying to God that Howard stays.
Yeah, it would have to be Peck.
Yeah, it would have to be Peck, because why would you want two centers? You know? That's the one thing. I mean, so if the Lakers want love and only love, then that's it, you know? Whereas otherwise you have Peck and Shved, which there you go, the one shooting guard. But that would probably be the sweetener we'd need to get Dwight. But then there's your defensive stud center to go with Kevin Love, if healthy. If both of them are healthy, for God's sake.
Yeah.
See, because otherwise, probably the most attractive free agent is Josh Smith. I'm never going to get that right again.
Who wants a max contract now?
Exactly. He wants a max contract now, and that just makes it even more difficult. It's like, my goodness, we are in... I'm guessing none of that's going to happen, but, I shouldn't say that. I should not say that. We might be the second or third possible destination for Howard. Possibly. I think Brooklyn, if it's not L.A., that is. If it's not L.A., it's Brooklyn would be first, Dallas second, and then we're third, maybe, I think. Yeah, because it could happen, because Peck is a free agent as well. That's the other thing. The Lakers would have to be reassured as well. If they're going to say, fine, we give up on this Howard nonsense, we have to be reassured that Peck's going to stay in Los Angeles, which I think wouldn't be as hard of a thing to do. Dwight's a difficult guy to sign, as we've noticed. He's, impossible. Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Vince Germano jumping in, saying, what about a guy like Alec Burks for the two-guard spot? Maybe. I think he's more of a low-end. He'd be more of a low-end type of individual, no, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
So, we need something, anything. I understand that. But at the same time, well, actually, then, shucks, maybe right now it wouldn't be the worst ever, would it?
Right now we have to go for a star.
Yeah, he would be just kind of like shucks, Like, why not? Let's, he's okay. Alec Burks, he's the man, yes. He'd be one of those guys where we can just, you give him a shot because he's a youngster. 3-point percentage under 30% is a quick, a quick deal right there. That makes us say that's not the best deal. Jarrell Wright, obviously, big-time shooter. Forecaster pointing that one out to us. Tony Allen, to me, is very attractive as well, but he's older by now. Tyreek is the wild card, probably for the shooting guard free agency, because he's nuts.
Yeah, I'm more interested in Mo Williams.
Yeah. Oh, really? Huh. Yeah. Oh, then Tyreek?
Than Burks.
Oh, yeah. I could definitely hear that argument. The one good thing about Burks is he's really young, so maybe he can develop into something better and better, but whereas... Yeah, the other thing with Tyreek, I'm all bitching and moaning about Luke and Barea, but Tyreek does the same stuff. He's just a more talented version of them. Yeah. Or he'll dribble out the clock and hoist up shots way too early or way too late. So, yeah. One final thing on the face of crazy. If you have nothing to add about Howard or... No? Oh, okay. The New Orleans Pelicans is official. There will be no Swamp Dogs. There will be no... none of that. So I posted a logo for their new franchise next year. Well, same team, but new franchise. Yeah, we're going to get deeper into this later, but I just figured I'd mention what the listeners wanted to say first before we get into it after the break and such and after the game reviews. Joy saying ugly, Lucas Quill saying awkward, Vince Germano saying they like the logo and colors, Pelicans not so much, and Brent Jacobson closing with that's fat. So we'll save it. We'll save our commentary until... later. So I just wanted to read what you guys had to say. So we'll conclude the Facebook page for now. Twitter, not too much going on. Me and Vince Germano having a little conversation talking about I said I don't want to see Ridnour again. I'm so done with its stupid fouls. It's like those little reach-ins and horrible late game IQ. The guy is murder with the ball. Vince Germano jumping in saying Williams okay though. He's got a real desire to rebound. So, yeah, he does. It's at Wolves Explosion, by the way. Simply follow us on there. Then we get into that stuff. I don't want to even get into that. Alex Gonzalez saying, this Timberwolves loss should be on Porter. This was the Brooklyn game. This Timberwolves loss should be on Porter. There's no rhyme or reason to his rotations. Yeah. And another one I'm going to let go there. Some stuff. Rip City Bad Boys saying, my game time tweets are usually different than Own Tony's, which is, Yeah, I was just teasing because, Tristan Mayer, who's the Portland guy of that show. It's Rip City, that's Portland. Bad Boys, Detroit, that's Keelan King. So, yeah. It's like you could tell which one it is because he was talking about J.J. Hickson. So it's like, yep, hi Tristan. Vince Germano jumping in saying, is it wrong for my first thought was good? Oh, that's funny. I forget what we were talking about. Oh, yeah, Westbrook may have hurt his hip. Oh, yeah, I get it now. And said Westbrook may have hurt his hip. Vince Germano saying, is it wrong that I thought that's a good thing? It's like, because we hate him. I love that. Reese, that being Pumpa, saying, thanks, mate. It's looking good this year because of the Warriors. It's nice to be healthy because, finally. And now we're not healthy. I didn't even see these. I feel bad. Train. He says, I did. He said he can't wait to see the boogeyman out there. Then the Warriors will really turn some heads. That being, Andrew Bogut. He's saying now health is the Wolves' Achilles heel. Bloody sad story over there in Minnie. At least they got a good coach, unlike L.A. Yeah, that's true. That is true. We feel for you. We'll be talking about you guys in a little bit there. Tom Reed, another Laker fan. Of course, those two guys, Pumpa and Train, that basketball show. Awesome show, of course, iTunes. Tom Reed, Believe the Hype show with Benjamin Kadim, also on iTunes. Spectacular. Saying, we spoke to your old guys. We spoke to your guy's old mate, Johnny Flynn. Check it out. So, yes, if you guys want to hear from Johnny Flynn, look up Believe the Hype and download that show. Yes, Johnny freaking Flynn. And apparently he's finally healthy from the torn labrum issue that he compared to an ACL injury. He did, Flynn did. So we'll see how that turns out. Maybe Flynn will be back in the league. I'm sensing the silent treatment there from you about Johnny. That guy broke our hearts over here. Good luck to him, though, I guess. And then me and Keelan King went back and forth about that one guy attacked little opinions earlier in the week. My opinion about Ridnour and Barea, saying how what's wrong with this guy? I mean, when where is it? He said, where is it? Oh yeah, he said that's silly. Why should you be ripped for it? There's definitely a type of fan that thinks you have to like everything, and yeah, you're right. It's insane. It really is. They met a new guy as well. You got Hits NYC. He's got a new he's got a show out there. He's a new follower of the show apparently, and I still got to get to that, and we'll get to that very soon. We shall check it out. Break the Huddle jumping in, also saying that that weird stuff is happening in the desert. Gentry didn't deserve the axe. I know that much because we were watching the Suns game. Yeah, that's a bit interesting, isn't it? Yeah, it's weird. He said the Suns are shooting jump shots, and the Clippers got lobs whenever they want, but they don't always. Yeah. I'm jumping around here too much. Punch Drunk Wolves also saying basically represents my young NBA fandom, early Wolves era, because we were talking about, why am I blanking here? Kevin Harlan, yeah, we love that. That should about wrap it up for now. It's getting a little bit much. Here we go, back and forth. Vince Germano saying, I feel for your brother with all the injuries. Yep, that's definitely a frustration. Yeah, way too many. Yeah, we were talking a bit there. Yep, Joshua Zeger will say really quick how he's saying how, well, at least we have a better record than the Lakers. And then Al Horton, the Wolves radio, jumping in saying, showdown next week. Yes, sir, Wolves-Lakers next week, so we'll finally get to see that happen. So we'll close with that. That was, that's going to be fun. We have a better record than them. Let's beat them while they're down, baby. Right? Is there any doubt? So, yeah, we better hurry up and take a quick break and come right back, review those games, probably very briefly in the last two there because we talked about them so much already. So we'll be right back right after this. Barea, come on, just shoot the ball. Or just pass it. Oh, my God.
Really? You went for the flop.
He went for that's what it looked like to me.
At least get a shot off.
Or did he slip on like the wet floor or something?
There's no excuse for that.
Not at all. And we are back here on Timberwolves Explosion. That's right, episode number 93, which is a reminder for all MP3 players like the iPod, yes sir, iTunes, Android devices, Double Twist, and Stitcher, as we will hopefully be joining Stitcher very soon, according to executive producer Dylan Richardson of thesportstuff.com. So yes, you don't have to necessarily have an iPod if you happen to have an Android device. Double Twist and eventually Stitcher will be good enough for Timberwolves Explosion. Heck, even Windows phones, all you have to do is search for Timberwolves Explosion in the store, and you find it immediately. It's like, that one's even faster than all of them, which is pretty cool. Didn't know that until like a week or two ago. Cool, huh? Yes. So, yes, Howland T-Wolf also is a very nice website. They are nice enough to put a link to Timberwolves Explosion on their webpage. They are bloggers. That's right, Jonah, Derek, and Tom, all great bloggers. They are on Twitter as well. Definitely worth a check. They keep the site updated all the time. They update after the game, the good things, the bad things about the game, and everything in between as well. I gotta love that site, Howland T-Wolf. All right, so let's get on with the game reviews of the recent games. Yes, sir. Palladino's predictions right now is 7-9 because we predicted a win. Marcus, the forecaster, is struggling at 5-11 right now.
What's going on with that?
What's going on? Yeah, like we're supposed to both be good at this. What the hell? This team is about
change my name.
This team is about as predictable as nobody, right?
Man,
5-11 and 7-9 because I had the records for up until tonight's game, but of course we predicted a win tonight and didn't get it because of stupid idiot Gerald Henderson. Thank you very much.
I'd say a poor damn Barea.
Yeah, that's actually the real reason. Yeah, sorry. I had to throw that out there because I'm just goofy. So, yes, Timberwolves head to Atlanta, Georgia. They were winning the entire game. The entire game on Monday the 21st. Martin Luther King, again, happy Martin Luther King Day to those of you out there, to all of us. So, yes, trying to get on there. 104-96 loss in Atlanta, Georgia. Looked like the Hawks just suck. Timberwolves are kicking their butts most of the way through. Third quarter happens, and boy, did that fourth quarter happen. The Wolves losing 34-19 in that fourth quarter, much to our dismay. Yeah, that game was really frustrating. I thought we won. I really did. Nobody really played that well except Derek Williams in that game. Particularly
the Pargo option,
who they just signed to a 10-day contract. That is the best part. Another 10-day myth. Yes, he did really well. Gennaro Pargo, former New Orleans Hornet, whatever, behind Chris Paul. Yeah, he comes in, 16 points, 4 assists. You gotta be kidding me, man. Through 4 of 5, just killed us from three-point range. Corver killed us from three-point range. Anthony Bleepin Tolliver hit both of his threes down the stretch. That was disgusting. Yeah, we lost to the Hawks, who were not playing well. We just ran out of gas. Michael Gibaldi hit all of his shots in the game, but of course, non-factor in pretty much everything else. I keep calling him Gibaldi. I don't know. I can't help it. Chris Johnson hardly played. He got 5 fouls in the game, but he made both of his shots, dunks, putbacks, whatever. Cunningham was really good, but you had that infamous, we had the flagrant call, which was some bull.
Yeah.
That was bull.
That changed the game.
It really did.
That was not a flagrant foul.
No, it was stunning. Just stunning. I forget who was it on. Was it Pargo or no? Teague. Teague, yeah. Yes. That was not a flagrant foul. It just wasn't. And we were already kind of coming apart at the seams at that point, but that was like, oh my God, this is really not going to happen, is it? And tonight's game looked really similar to that, the way the Wolves are winning the whole game. It looked like you were going to lose by 8, but we ended up actually almost winning with that awesome little comeback where the Wolves did end up losing by 8 in Atlanta. You know, nobody played horribly for the Wolves either, but Ridnour did the same thing. He was 5 of 13. A lot of times his stat lines aren't that bad, but this one actually kind of was with the 5 and 13 thing. Kirilenko has kind of been getting more and more out of control a bit too. He's kind of been coming apart at the seams a bit of late. He had 6 turnovers in the game, really crucial ones, by the way, when Atlanta was making their comeback. I mean, what's the easiest way for a team to catch up is to force turnovers in a game. And Kirilenko was getting trapped a lot by the Hawks defenders, making bad passes, losing the handle of the ball consistently. That was the huge key.
That was really strange. It really was. He has good hands, but that game...
It was ugly.
too many questionable passes from Kirilenko.
Looked a lot like Michael Beasley at times in that game. I really hate calling him that. I really do. He did get 5 assists, though. Barea was pretty strong. His stat line's great, 14 points, 7 assists. So, no, guys out there, do not hate J.J. Barea. We know he's an NBA player who's actually can be kind of good sometimes, but yeah, he can really piss you off, too. He's not somebody you want to count on, in the big stretches all the time. Here and there. Ebbs and flows. Rubio had some. He was okay, but he had a couple of ugly passes in the game, kind of behind the back that ended up being like a layup for the other team, if I remember correctly. It's just like, ugh. I believe it was a misread between him and Dante. Yes, it's like, doggone it. It was bad. Yep. So really, not much more to say about this one, is there? It's kind of A, for the sake of time, B, for, well, there's just not much to say other than the Wolves did well, and it just ran out of gas. The whole week was just filled with red. I really hate looking at all this red that I'm seeing. Because you look at the schedule, green is win, red is loss. Yeah. So Wednesday the 23rd, the Brooklyn Nets, Rusty of the Crossover. Yep. Rusty and PMAC, the Crossover podcast on the sportstuff.com. Knicks and Nets. Yes, sir. Yeah, wonderful show. They did a little shout out to us in the last show. That was pretty cool. Saying how he's kind of making fun of or not making fun of, but stating more of the obvious how the Wolves have been struggling over the last several years. And then PMAC kind enough to say, well, the Nets have been struggling too, buddy. It was kind of funny. We kind of all have been. The Knicks did for a while until lately. Oh, yeah, PMAC actually on the Crossover Twitter, I forgot to mention, when I said something about, man, I can't believe the Knicks are actually good. And then PMAC quickly responded with, believe it, buddy. Gotta like that. Yeah, so now we'll get stuck straight into the Wolves and Nets game. As they like to say, stuck straight into the Nets. No. Yeah, the Rusty's team took us out, 91-83. They are the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. The Brooklyn Nets are back in business again. Brooke Lopez auditioning for the Timberwolves. Yes, big time. In fact, well, that outside of Gerald Wallace, our guy, Gerald Wallace, the starters all shot 50% or better for the Brooklyn Nets. They scorched us, unfortunately. Andrea Blatch auditioning for a free agent job as well, hopefully for the Wolves next year. We'll see, depending on what happens.
He's a guy I thought that we should have picked up this season.
That would have been nice. I mean, I like Andrea Blatch. He's got a little JaVale McGee in him, but that's okay, for good and bad reasons.
Yeah, you think Khan would have been into the project, a low-risk, high-reward type of guy.
Yeah, I mean, we liked Darko, didn't we? We went after Darko. We married that guy. Literally, we married him. And unfortunately, it ended in divorce, but that's how it goes. Brooke Lopez, though, with a 22-point effort. Darren Williams, 6 of 12 from the floor as well. Yeah, well, this is one of those games where it's just, you just kind of went in with a not-so-good feeling, and it finished that way. The way the first quarter started is like,
Well, let me say this. I knew the way this game was going as soon as it was Darren Williams and Joe Johnson against our starters.
Yes.
Luke Ridnour is on Joe Johnson. I mean, are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's not a good matchup at all. At all. And he shot 6 of 15 in the game and was yucky, as expected. Ridnour again, or Rubio again, getting 6 assists. Seems like he gets 6 every night. Not more, not less. It's kind of funny. But, yeah, are you kidding me? Ridnour, I mean, and Joe Johnson isn't exactly Kobe, which is really just, I thought is just killing me right now next week against L.A. Oh, boy, I don't even want to know. Do you? I don't think I even want to know.
Now's the time to play them.
Yeah, it still is, isn't it? Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to preventing myself getting the hiccups here. This was kind of a boring game, actually. It really was. It was boring because it's like, we're just not playing very well right now. Brooklyn is, and yet neither team really was dazzling in this game either. The Nets just kind of made their shots for the most part. Johnson, little trigger happy, 2 of 8 from 3, but overall, you just kind of knew. I mean, Joe Johnson was kind of not having much of a trouble with Luke Ridnour. I mean, there's a reason, I guess, why he was attempting 8 threes, because it's like, well, Luke Ridnour is not exactly the best perimeter defender we've ever seen. Yeah. So that's part of it. 6 of 15 from the floor, though. It's just, why is Luke Ridnour leading us in field goal attempts? It's just, I understand there's no Love or Pekovic right now, but still, why does he have to lead us in field goal attempts? I don't know. Are we that bad that he used to be the number one scoring option? Are we that bad? Really? We are, aren't we? No. Are we?
Right now we are, yes.
That hurts.
Either him or Barea, they're going to be the only ones. They're the only two who we can go to right now.
That's sad. Yeah, because, I mean, you're even saying that about Andre and Derek Williams. Andre Kirilenko and Derek Williams?
Yeah.
That hurts. You're breaking my heart saying that. Cunningham's mid-range shot looking good in this game. You know, over 50%, 14-point effort in about 31 minutes off the bench. It's 31 minutes off the bench. You don't see that very often. Gabaldi just 25 minutes of nothing, right? He made one shot. That's it, basically. No defense, nothing. I don't like Gabaldi.
No, I don't either.
I did, but I don't like him. Michael Gabel. I mean, no, I'm just making fun of his name because I keep thinking of Michael Gabaldi from Babylon 5. Okay, you get the idea, guys. I know, I'm just wearing you out with that, but I don't know, it just sounds fun. Because that's all he is. He should just be in a sci-fi. I don't know about basketball. I don't know. I liked him the first game or two, and then it's like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it might be time to bring in another auditioner. Yes. Not named Brandon Roy. And Alexi, please come back healthy. Please. Please. Yeah. We are desperate. We are. In a big way. And obviously he's a good player and he's marketable and all that good stuff. And he's got that swagger dribble. What else is there really to say about this game? We just got beat. I mean, there really aren't many notables in this game other than the whole Ricky Rubio situation. Yeah, where Barea hit his shot or whatever. Like, yeah, well, he hit his one three-pointer. Aren't you happy for him? He hit one bleeping three. So then it's like, Rubio, go sit down. Like, that's basically what Porter said. Not like in a mean way, but like, oh, no, sit down for now. Another major notable from the game was C.J. Watson just nailing every shot, basically. 6 of 8 down the stretch, 2 of 3 from three-point range. I mean,
yeah, Luke couldn't do anything to stop him. At one point, they had to put Cunningham on Watson.
Desperation, huh? Yeah, I mean, yeah, he was... What's going on here? I mean, C.J. Watson isn't necessarily somebody I think of as, like, the total ass kicker on that team, but apparently that's what happened this night.
We just need size in the backcourt, and for some reason, Khan's not going out there to get it.
No, I mean...
Like I said, even a 10-day.
The funny part is, like, you think of Gabel as a nice kind of like a Sealy size, like Malik Sealy, tall and long kind of, but then like there's just none.
Yeah,
he's just a dead man walking out there.
I know he was more of a small forward coming in, but he's just tall, really slow.
Yeah,
he seems lazy.
He's really slow. He has no quickness in his feet at all.
Yeah, really lazy legs.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't even go after the loose ball.
Yeah,
dude, you're trying to get back in the league. Show it. You know, Johnson is showing it. Chris Johnson.
Yeah. He's hungry.
He needs to stay. And Mr. Jim Pete was talking about it as we were.
Yeah.
He's
in tune with us.
Yes, he is in tune with us. We feel each other's brainwaves. Yes. We're sending out for brainwaves. Okay. No, it's amazing. It is funny how we talk about something and then Jim Pete says the exact same stuff all the time. Yes, they love us. Great minds do think alike. Great minds do think alike. Up, Indiana's forecaster is celebrating right now as we speak. Indiana has tied the Utah Jazz, the team we're still competing with for playoff positioning, hopefully. Yeah, it's like we got to hope, don't we?
Yeah.
Memphis Grizzlies defeat the Lakers. We'll get to talking about the NBA in a little bit, the regular NBA, very shortly here. So, yeah, as we quickly get off the Nets game, not much really to say. We probably talked about that one too much. Washington last night, the 25th of January, Friday, of course, a 114-101 loss to Washington. We're still, a bit shell-shocked by this one. I mean, the Nets, the Washington Wizards made everything. Plain and simple, yes, and our hero Jordan Crawford that we we just wish the Wolves could have taken him in the draft. In 2010, just didn't get him. And to think of how much better he would have been than Wesley Johnson.
Yeah.
At the 23rd, 24th, 20, whatever the heck pick he was. Yeah, whatever, right? It's just like whatever. Michael Gabel, 7 of 10 from the floor from the Wolves, 15 points, 7 rebounds, but garbage time, whatever, right? He hadn't done anything by the time we were just screw this game.
Yeah.
Derek Williams, a beautiful line except for his field goal percentage, 6 of 17 from the floor, but an 18 and 11 effort. Some of that in garbage time, but most of it was still in when the game wasn't completely dead yet. Ricky Rubio with his usual 6 assists, but threw in 5 turnovers.
Yes, horrible game.
Horrible, yeah, in that sense. I mean, yeah, the Wizards are making everything. It's just, yeah, I mean, look at this. 58% from the floor, 47 from 3.
Yeah. That's
it. Good night. That's exactly it.
Yep.
And the most disgusting statistic is, you know what it is, don't you? What is it? Marta Webster went Mike Miller of the Miami Heat on the Timberwolves. When the Wolves were, we're screwed by Mike Miller. He never shot the ball. Then he goes to Miami, and conveniently against us, he's like 6 of 8 from 3. It's like, oh, get out of here. Marta Webster, 3 of 4 from 3, 5 of 7 from the floor. He only 13 points, and he made almost everything, which is something Webster never did here. I hate Marta Webster. Okay, sorry. No, I don't hate him. I kind of do. I hate the circumstance. There we go. This guy should be starting. This guy should be starting Jordan Crawford, which is funny. Why is he on the bench and why is he starting? Huh?
Bill's Bradley Beal.
Oh, that's the main reason. Yeah, of course. Duh. He's like the franchise over there with John Wall. John Wall's back. The Wizards are playing well. And, man. Our buddy Nick Caro as well on Twitter was telling me, don't let it get you down too much because the Wizards have been playing really well. It's not as bad of a loss as it was earlier in the year. So it's just, yeah, I mean, and that's true. The Wizards actually have been playing pretty well of late, and they have beaten extremely good teams this year as well. In fact, they just destroyed the Bulls tonight. So the Wizards are performing a little magic right now. They beat the Bulls by 13 points tonight. Holy moly. That's amazing. Indiana, Utah reaching overtime. Yeah, look at us in our live basketball talk. Portland is leading the Clippers as well. Wow. So, we hear you, Nick. It's just one of those things. Man, oh man. The Washington Wizards are playing very well right now. Verizon Center, maybe I can go there and get a discount for my phone. Yeah, okay, sorry. And tonight's game, we pretty much already talked about it. There's really nothing more to add, really. I mean, yeah, we talked about that one at length already. 1 point loss to the hated Bobcats, who will hopefully be the Charlotte Hornets. So, yeah, we're not going to add any more to that. We talked about that a lot today. And, yeah, it was our feature presentation. So, before we get into the NBA talk, we got to do our awards and demerits. 2 things you liked, 2 things that bugged you. Same for me as well. Would you like to start? 2 things you liked?
2 things I liked.
Joey?
There's not much to like with this week.
This was a bad week, man.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Much to like.
We almost beat the Bobcats. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, but I couldn't resist that one. Sound like the Mighty Ducks. Oh, man, right? We almost scored a goal. No, okay. Okay, I'll jump in real quick first. 2 things I like. Okay, there was nothing. No, I'm just kidding. Ridnour's play tonight. Okay, that's something I liked, which is funny. And Rubio's ability to he's showing signs of penetrating to the basket, really, overall. The other games, throw in as well Chris Johnson. When he gets extended playing time, he plays. Yeah. He's been really well. So it's kind of like 3, but really, Rubio, Ridnour, the backcourt play improved a bit, especially seeing Rubio driving to the basket more and hitting and nailing those. It's been nice at times. And, of course, Chris Johnson looking like an NBA player.
Yeah.
He really is.
Same thing, yeah. Chris Johnson, not Rubio. Luke played a good game tonight.
Yeah, especially.
Cunningham.
Yeah, Cunningham was excellent. Those long mid-range shots that he does. Yep, that's in his traditional shots.
And there's all this talk about Dwight coming in.
Yeah, that's a fun thing to think about, too, isn't it? We might actually, as much as we, quote-unquote, hate him at times, what have we been talking about since we even started this show? What do we need? shot blocking center.
Yeah.
That's the best shot blocking center available. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, we have that in Chris Johnson right now, but...
Mm-hmm. Oh, and by the way, I must add this. Steamsma had 6 assists the other night. I believe it was the Brooklyn Nets. 6 assists. And tonight he was excellent. Greg Steamsma tonight was excellent. I have to add that. For his standards, he made all of his shots. All of them. He made 11 points, 7 rebounds, and he pissed off that SOB Ben Gordon, and I loved it. I loved seeing Ben Gordon getting pissed off, because I don't like him. And Greg Steamsma played with some guts tonight, and there you go. That's a big thing I liked. And it's sad that it's all in the same game because all the other games were so drab and frustrating. Last night we got hammered. So, 2 things that bugged us. Where do we begin, right?
Well, for me, it's Terry Porter and Barea at the end of that game.
just for the whole week? Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess, yeah. I mean, tonight's game had so many notables. My goodness.
Yeah.
So it's almost like tonight's game kind of dominated the show, tonight because there was so much emotion in tonight's game. So you go to Terry Porter and Barea.
Yeah.
Yeah, Terry Porter's play calling and overall the whole week wasn't it? Was not good. Yeah, for me, the 2 things that bugged me. Yeah, a lot of that same old story where they run the clock down too much and force up a shot or force a pass in Ridnour's case, force up a shot in Barea's case. Those are 2 things that bug me all right in general, and of course perimeter defense, or actually no, tonight especially, but overall like the whole week. Interior defense on those little cuts, the cuts to the basket have been killing the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
I mean, they are slicing through them like warm butter. So that's something that really bugged me. I mean, we would not have lost this game. Barea was blocked 6 times tonight as well. That is being pointed out to me. 6 times tonight. And he shot 7 of 18. Need we say more? And again, I'll say again, Ridnour played extremely well. Extremely well tonight. So I don't hate him as much as it sounds, but...
Yeah, if anyone should have got the ball at the end of that game, it should have been Luke.
Which is really sad. Because, he did hit a game-winning floater. Now, I know that's a cardinal sin even saying that, though. Because remember what he's done to us so many times late in games. But maybe tonight was the night. Maybe tonight was the night, I guess. At least see what happens, I guess. Because Barea was not playing particularly well tonight.
No. I mean, even going for a foul, Barea would just get blocked, most likely. He was going to block,
it was the
whole game.
Yeah, his threes were the only good thing tonight for Barea.
Yeah. Yep. And those were mostly like lucky shots. Mm-hmm. A couple of those.
Yeah, they were. Gerald Henderson. But yeah, there were some lucky ones in there, I hate to say. So we don't forget this time because we get so distracted. Lone Wolf and Johnny Flynn Award. Lone Wolf Award. Who is your player of the week?
Because of tonight's game.
Tonight's game. No, it's okay.
I have to say Luke.
Don't say it. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I guess so.
Because he turned it around this game. He didn't get his usual, ticky-tack fouls. Mm-hmm. He did dribble the ball for a little while there. Ran the clock out too many times. Mm-hmm. But, the rest of the games, he pretty much kept us in there.
Are you sure,
both him and Barea.
He had some bad ones, but I guess, I can see what you mean, though.
Everyone else pretty much did what they're supposed to do. Not a lot of scoring. Rubio didn't have any good games. Cunningham's pretty much even throughout. Mm-hmm. But as far as even being in the games, even though we got beat a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
Between Ridnour and Barea, I like to choose Luke.
Okay, if you have to pre-create in those, Luke was pretty good tonight. Rubio's game tonight was excellent. Yeah. If he played anything like this consistently, he's the lone wolf, guaranteed. I might have to go with a really weird one because he had a good week, man. Greg Steamsma. I can't believe I'm saying that. You must think I'm nuts. But he had a really good week this week, and Derek Williams was really, really up and down this week. And tonight he did nothing. And a couple of nights ago he did nothing. Andrei Kirilenko is at times good, but boy, he's been really clumsy of late. Yeah. Just clumsy out there. Yeah. I don't know what the deal is. Chris Johnson is not much enough of a factor to be that guy. Cabell We'll mention him very soon
Go
here.
on.
Yeah. So I'm going to go with Steamer. He's earned it this week. Honestly, I could go with Cunningham second because I'm just too scared to give it to Luke because there are times he really shot poorly and made some bad decisions earlier in the week. And Barea's always in that lone wolf range, but he's only going to get it once or twice a year maybe. So it's just like Steamy. This may be the only one he'll ever get. But congratulations, Greg Steams, by your first lone wolf award. So now we go to the Johnny Flynn Memorial. Yes, sir. I'm going with Gabel.
Yeah.
I kind of had a feeling you were going to say it.
I mean, it has to be him.
It's Gabel. He stunk.
Because he won't be
all
here.
week. Yeah, and he won't be here. No effort at all. And some nights he made some shots, but most of the time he's just not even trying.
This should have been an award that out of any of them, he and Chris Johnson just can't afford to have.
Mm-hmm.
And he played like he wanted the award, and for
Chris,
that's it.
Oh, excuse me, Gabel played like he wanted the award. Yeah, he did. He just doesn't. If he's got some serious injuries in his knees or something that are preventing him from going after the ball, I haven't heard about it.
Yeah, it's just I can't really explain. It's just no hustle or
no quickness, no hustle, nothing. Just not impressed at all. So there you go. There's your. There are your awards and demerits for the Wolves. Moving on very quickly to the league talk. Yes, sir. Aren't you excited? Mike D'Antoni's comments about not changing the system. Yes. Isn't that beautiful? He's not going to change the system. He's doing a Brad Childress. Mike D'Antoni's doing a Brad Childress. Don't you love that?
You got to be willing to make changes to the system for the players that you have. You got to adjust.
Even adjustments. Yeah, just minor adjustments. He just, nope. Like, how did he word it again?
Basically, that he's not changing the system.
Yeah, he's literally going. He's not going. He's not going to change it for anybody. He's just going to stick with the same plan, huh?
Yeah, I'm going to run my system. You're the one who needs to adjust. Basically, that's all it is.
That's basically all he's saying, isn't it? So that's the words of a coach that is either going to keep his job or not keep his job, one or the other. It's like it's black and white type of situation by the end of the year. But talk also is. The Vince Germanos and such are saying, end of the year he's done. Especially if the Lakers don't make the playoffs. So they'll be paying a lot of money, those guys. Yeah. But I guess they can afford it. Oh, boy. So to move on again, the New Orleans Pelicans are official. They have released their logo. Will the Bobcats then become the Hornets? They have polled their fans as well. They have polled their fans about the possibility, would you like the Bobcats to become the Hornets? So it's going to be fascinating. So what do you think about the Pelicans logo?
It's an okay logo, but I don't think it's for a basketball team.
Yeah, once was actually a minor league baseball team. Some of you may have heard this a lot. Others may have heard a jack squat about it. But it was a minor league baseball team called the New Orleans Pelicans, late 1800s to like the 1950s. Looked a lot like the St. Louis Cardinals with the baseball bat and two cardinals on the logo. Just like the St. Louis Cardinals, yep. That's kind of funny. So, they're going to be the Pelicans. I kind of like the heritage part of it. I don't know. It just sounds cool. I like kind of how New Orleans kind of can get its old heritage back in that sense. And possibly the Hornets, which were a defense system in the... it was a defensive strategy, used in the Civil War in North Carolina long, long ago. So it was a military defense called the Hornets. So there it is, the Charlotte Hornets hopefully can come back into existence, and you can bring back the teal and purple colors, turquoise and purple, whatever they call it. And, the Pelicans can become their colors, which are kind of like maroon and gold, and kind of, I don't like saying maroon and gold. It's like, what are they, the Gophers or something? It's, I've seen worse, but I've seen better, It's like blue, gold. It's not maroon, it's red, but it looked kind of maroon in some instances of it. It's not the worst thing you've seen. Kind of the weirdest part is the wings. I don't know, is it trying to be an eagle or a phoenix or something? That's what I don't get. That doesn't look like a pelican to me, like the wings. I don't know, it looks kind of like a phoenix, doesn't it? What is this? And then the eyes. What the hell? It's demon-possessed. It's the Rougarou pelican. Remember how it looked like the Satan? Remember that? The Rougarou monster? What is this? The Rougarou pelican. There you go. Now you make a combination. Huh? You like it? So, I mean, I don't know. Do you kind of like the heritage of it at least? It's kind of like their state thing?
Well,
sort
just
of.
the name, and that's about it. The Pelicans and the Pelican, I don't really.
It's kind of blah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. The colors don't really jump out to me either. We'll see. I mean, maybe their uniforms will be cool, but I've got low expectations. And with the Thunder, I remember when we were complaining about that one a while ago. That's not even a logo. It's just a word with stripes and a basketball and a triangle background. Yeah! So it's like, I don't know. So the Pelicans, at least they went out of the box a little bit and went with something a little non-conventional. Thunder is kind of like, well, yeah. Well, at least they're a good team, I guess. I'll just leave that alone for now. We're getting into some more topics. Charlotte Hornets, how much do you want that to happen? You want it to happen?
I don't know. I mean, they're kind of making a name for themselves right now.
Look at you. The
maybe
Cats.
they can say the Bobcats just changed the logo, update that. Because you're getting, it's like you're getting your name back from another winning team, so it's kind of...
Yeah, that's true.
The name's been, through the mud, so I don't know if...
the Hornets, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I'd like it. I mean, I personally would like it just because, and I'm guessing their fans would like it too. The uniforms of the Bobcats look better than they have in the past. Like when it says Cats now, that looks kind of cool. And the colors are nice, so it depends. We'll see. I mean, I kind of like that cool sky blue color. It's calming.
It would be better, like if the Sonics come back.
Yes, that's the next topic.
Yeah, I mean, it's still, they're resuming... their old franchise. But if you're getting a name back from another team that you played against, it's kind of like if you're Kimba, if you're on the Bobcats, if you're one of the players, you're kind of thinking, hey, I'm new to this team, new to this franchise. We're trying to make a name for ourselves, and don't give us this other team's name.
Yeah, like I'm not Chris Paul,
Yeah,
or Baron Davis or whatever.
Yeah, I think it's more for the fans. But if you're the actual player, it's for the fans. But for me, I look at it as I see they're kind of making a name for themselves. Hey, to beat us. Mm-hmm. So, I think they should stick with the Bobcats. Even though, I do want to hear the Charlotte Hornets again.
It just sounds really good, doesn't it?
Yeah,
it sounds good. That's the best part. And, of course, you get the old purple and teal instead of yellow. Not that the yellow looked bad. It's just the purple was more traditional.
Yeah, but I think at this point, they're on a little run here, so they should just... if this was last season, then, go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
But they're starting to win now. They're trying to... I just think that...
You shouldn't have waited.
It's a little too late, yes.
You shouldn't have waited.
Late, yeah.
and it's funny because they just changed the uniforms again. That's the funny part, too. It's like you'd have to change them like 2 or 3 years in a row.
Change the logo. It still looks
it's okay.
Like our logo, pretty cheap.
That's the funny part, yeah.
The primary.
Mm-hmm. So the Sacramento Kings are for sure moving to Seattle, Washington to become the Seattle Supersonics. They will be the Seattle Supersonics, by the way.
Let's make a trade. Give them Luke.
Give them Luke. Yep, yeah. Luke Ridnour back to the Sonics.
Yeah.
For Tyreek. Yes. There we go. There it is.
Yeah.
Then we could scream at Tyreek for his poor shot selection, but he's still better. Yeah.
Hey, let him go.
Yeah, or let him go if he's that bad. Yeah. Oh, it could happen, right? Well, the Seattle, yep, and yeah.
Or else we're stuck with Luke. I don't know. We can try to get something out of him.
Yeah.
And we need a shooting guard anyway.
Badly. Like, we need a shooting guard like we need to breathe. And what are the Sonics going to look like? Are they going to bring back the old logo from the... I hope so. Like the one from the 80s and early 90s. That's the one I want.
Updated. I really like the Warriors logo.
That's cool.
Simple.
Because it's got that... Yeah, it's got the old 70s look with the broken bridge. Oh, that's what they looked like in the 70s when it said The City. That's what they used to say on the old Warriors when they actually won a championship back in 1975. With the Rick Barrys of the world. Oh man, wouldn't that be cool if they got if the Sonics? Yeah, I mean, you can have it a little newer, but have the old style to it. Yeah. Like I did not like the final version when they hey, we brought the green and gold back because I thought the red and green was an abomination.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
That's an abomination. Like what are you doing?
Do that. I think they'll do. They'll have some type of poll. Mm-hmm. Just to see. They
got to do something.
The city vote on it, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh man, it's going to be fun. It's really going to be fun.
But Phil being involved, I think he's just not. He's not going to put up with a Cousins.
Yeah,
That's
no,
not going down.
Yeah, that's you know those guys weren't going to stay forever.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a trade happening.
A big one. Yeah, because then that's the other. Yeah, Cousins could go to the Celtics for all we know. That's still a small possibility. And yes, the possibility of they're trying to look for a really huge. They're trying to make a splash to get their basketball boss in there. Phil Jackson's been rumored. Larry Bird has been rumored. I believe there's one other big name, but right now Phil Jackson and Larry Bird are the two biggest names you can talk about right now, I believe, outside of Jerry West, who I got to think doesn't want to do this anymore at this stage. He's up there in years, and he won a lot of rings with the Lakers as the GM. Only one as a player, which is really weird. He went to the finals like 14 times, but only got one ring because those Boston Celtics were beating everybody back then in the 60s. But Sacramento Kings, by the way, a quick little Joey's Nito stat of the night. Okay, copyright Ernie Johnson. The most relocated franchise in the history of the NBA is the Sacramento Kings. They are. They're moving again. Started with the Rochester Royals, Rochester, New York. Moved to Kansas City to become the Royals. The Kansas City Royals. Does that sound familiar? Yep. Moved to Sacramento. They became the Kings. They almost moved to Anaheim and brought back the Royals name last year. How weird would that have been, the Anaheim Royals? Instead, it will be the Seattle Supersonics, part duh.
Yeah, actually, they're not moving.
Yeah, in a way. What's that?
The Kings aren't moving.
They're not? Look at you.
No, I mean, they're not going to be the Kings. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, they finally, like that name, the original name was kind of kept. Royals to Kings is pretty close, right? It's close. Royals to Kings, Kansas.
Well, I mean,
the royalty name
like
is going bye-bye, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Sonics completely died, yep.
Yeah, I mean, do the Kings, does Sacramento keep, like, the history?
I wonder.
Is it going to be like the Thunder, like Seattle kept everything?
Yeah, because we know what the Lakers did. They took all the history with them, those bastards.
And that's great that they kept it.
Minneapolis Lakers.
Now they, start from scratch. Seattle?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
we should have done that.
With the Lakers?
Yeah,
that would have been nice, huh? Sons of biscuits. Oh, man. I mean, wouldn't it be cool, though? Charlotte Hornets, Seattle Supersonics in the NBA next year? Oh, man. Just saying those words like, hey, that's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then you had this quote-unquote expansion name with the New Orleans Pelicans. So the Jazz moved to... No, I'm kidding. So now, because the Jazz was New Orleans before. It was a perfect fit for them. So now they finally have their heritage back with their team, I guess. Yeah. If there's nothing else, though, final topic, Alvin Gentry and the Suns have parted ways. I believe we mentioned that last week. But Lindsey Hunter is the interim, and he's off to a good start. Beat the Clippers without Chris Paul, but beat the Clippers. He's a nice defensive coach. He was obviously a good defensive point guard back in the day with the Detroit Pistons. He played briefly with the Lakers and Bulls as well at times. We'll see how that turns out. It's going to be, he's another one of those guys, kind of like the Jacques Vaughn in Orlando, who's just kind of jumping in now, getting his first stint as a coach. We'll see what happens. You think he has a chance? Good old Alvin Gentry. It shall be fun indeed.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, he's got a shot. I mean, Alvin Gentry kind of came in to replace D'Antoni, and then he ended up getting the long-term job as well.
But with the Suns, for those of you who watched the Suns versus Clippers game,
yep.
What Barkley said, I mean, right now they're not playing for a championship.
No,
and they should be, playing the rookies. But we both know what Wesley's going to do for that team.
Yeah, absolutely bleeping nothing, right? Is that what you meant, Wesley? Wow, we're seeing some weird scores. You ever seen those eyes pop out of your head? Philadelphia beat the Knicks tonight. Portland's almost got the Clippers beat with about 0.1 seconds left. Yeah, it's been an interesting night. Yes, it is. The Suns, though, we'll see. Sacramento looks like they're tanking at this point. Utah defeats Indiana, much to Marcus's chagrin and mine, just due to our playoff hopes, our slim playoff hopes. Oh, boy.
Yeah, basically, we're in tank mode right now, I guess.
Sort of, because Love's not coming back for a long time, unfortunately. And Rubio's just starting to show signs that he's regaining that old Rubio swagger. Ole, yes. Okay, sorry. Well, why not? So we're just going to see what happens. Sonics, how will they work out? Well, Kevin Love, will we make a final stretch of the postseason? I guess it's going to be a week-to-week thing, I suppose, but this was not the week we predicted.
No.
So, very briefly, we should predict next week. We almost didn't do that. So, very briefly, we will predict how the Wolves are going to do. We do play the Clippers next Wednesday. Aren't you excited? We have to play the Clippers again, which suddenly is not a good matchup. But we swept them 4-0 last year. Remember that? Remember Kevin Love spreading his arms out in Los Angeles, California? So, Palladino's predictions and Marcus' forecast will conclude the show very briefly here.
And unfortunately, those days are gone.
Yeah, they are. So, yes, the 30th, the second last day of January, but the last game for the Wolves is we're going to have 3 days off. We play the Clippers at home. What do you think?
That's a loss. I'm not even... I mean, if Chris Paul is back, I don't know.
That's the key, yep.
Yeah.
But granted, last week we got hammered. Yeah, last week we got hammered by the Clippers without Chris Paul in the Target Center.
Yeah, they're going to beat us anyway with Crawford and Bledsoe.
I concur.
This
I hate to say it.
Roll over Barea or Luke or...
They got a really good backcourt.
Rubio,
no.
I mean,
Their backcourt is stupid deep and good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Stupid deep. And there it is, the game of the week, the game of the millennium. The Minnesota Timberwolves on Friday, the 1st of February, play the Los Angeles Lakers. Yes, buy tickets. Is that what you're thinking? I guess it's at home. It's at home, yet it starts at 9:30 because it's an ESPN game. So what do you think? Do we defeat the Lakers in Target Center? Vince Germano, what do you think, buddy? Tom Reed.
I think so.
So, Tom Reed and Mr. Train as well out there, yes. Man.
I think we have a chance.
You think so?
Yep.
I think we have I mean, the Lakers are struggling so much. And I think we have a chance. And Rubio's starting to show signs. That's what's making me a little bit intrigued.
Yeah. Yep.
Look at us, though. The Lakers are healthy. The Clippers don't even have Chris Paul, but who knows? They probably will by Wednesday, conveniently, after the bruised kneecap deal. We're like, we'll beat the Lakers. No, that's so bad, isn't it? Oh, man. This is like the mid-'90s Lakers where they had, like, Vlade Divac. That's about it. Remember? They were missing the playoffs and stuff because they had an old James Worthy and Vlade Divac. That was about it. Sedale 3 at point guard.
Yeah, they really want to beat us. The Lakers.
Because we're that energy drink for the Lakers.
Yeah.
Like, they come on, beat us by 20 every damn time we play those guys. They'll tease us for like a quarter or two, and then we lose by 20. Remember those days?
So they want that the 8th seed.
Oh, they do. Yes, they got to take out them Thunders. Little Gasol Tippin. Okay, sorry. Remember that, right? Took out the Thunder. But I'm gonna go. Well, yeah. I really want to pick a win. I'm going to pick a win. Okay. I'm going to pick a win just because the Lakers are struggling so much. Watch us both get another bad prediction. New Orleans Hornets, loss. No, home game against New Orleans on Saturday the 2nd. We better win that game, so I'll go with it. Win?
No, loss.
No? Okay, good. So now we got devil's advocate. Good. Because we have to keep doing that. Yep. So we both have a loss to the Clippers, win against the Lakers, and then I have a win against New Orleans, and you have a loss against the New Orleans, soon-to-be Pelicans. Yes. All right, so there you go. There's your predictions. We'll be back soon, guys. Remember the Facebook page. Click like on the Timberwolves Explosion Facebook page. Follow the Twitter at Wolves Explosion or at Forecaster TE, right?
Yep, Forecaster TE.
Yes, sir. At Forecaster TE. Give that a follow as well. TheSportsStuff.com to give that a visit. The Crossover Podcast is on there. It's also on iTunes as well. Yes, sir. Thanks again, guys. In all fairness, by the way, I don't know why I didn't say this earlier. Amazing interview by Adam Ryan. Oh, my God. With Peter Vesey. Now, he mostly has interviews on his show, but the Peter Vesey interview was freaking unbelievable. So I got to do a shout-out. Sorry I didn't say this earlier, Adam. Oh, my God. That was unbelievable. It's about an hour and a half with Peter Vesey, the awesome columnist, and he also at the New York Post. He was also with NBC for a while on TV. Hated that part of it, but he just hates the cameras and all that. And was at TNT and basically said Barkley is stupid and unprepared and an asshole. That's basically what he said. Yeah, and that got him out of there, unfortunately. But Peter Vesey was awesome. Always spoke his mind, and he did the same on Adam Ryan's show. Hardcore recommendation there, in all earnest. All right, so thanks again, everyone. And we'll be back next week. Take care, everybody.